Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. Let's fucking go. We going out blazing.
Let's get hunting.
This is population. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. 24/7 researching, it's all a fantasy. But if I make the right plays, it pays automatically. Bankroll showing that I know it goes strategy. On a winning streak, I'm stacking a dose of the bookies, all get mad at me. Confident with power plays, not clicking on a flex today. 10 times the money, and we all about to get paid. Eric and Josh on the stream, they be killing it. Never gonna stop it, I like if you feeling it. Picking the players, they all never time. You can't make up your mind and just go with your gut. Fantasize and Sasha Cloud. Gabby Williams said, watch your mouth. They won and they two, I played the over, they come through. Jackie Young and Kelsey Plum, pick them both, we stacking them. Going big to the maximum, just push them and we cashing them. Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. Let's fucking go. We going out blazing. This is population. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. We about to go big.
This is the game.
We going out blazing.
Let's get hunting.
This is population. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks.
All right, what is up, crew? It's Thursday, September 8th. We got NFL kicking off today, and we have Game 5, tied series, Connecticut and Chicago, coming back to Chi-Town. And we got a full crew again today, so worked out great last time on Tuesday. How are we doing today, guys? Good to see you on here, Kate. How you doing?
Good, man.
Nice.
We're so glad Cade actually invested in a camera.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Yeah.
How about you, Eric?
Doing well, man. I'm so excited for NFL. This will be my official first year to get to play on it since they went live in Colorado, I think a week and a half before the Super Bowl. So I missed all of it.
Oh man, yeah. It should be fun. Yeah, obviously with like a lot of sports, you're gonna want some data, to build up and to go off of. So first week could be a little bit tricky, but maybe you can find some edge. We'll go over those, some of our favorite plays for NFL for the game tonight, and then maybe we can share a couple that we have for the Sunday slate as well, if we have some strong early leans too. Just to recap on Tuesday, it was great work, guys, by everyone, teamwork on the stream, and the process was right. You can see all our core plays came through, except there's always the one in Candace's block steal. We're gonna get into that, but I mean, Chicago, they just weren't locked in, and even Quigley said after the game that they weren't focused. And Quigley is not really a one to share much information. She's kind of quiet. So when she said that, you can kind of really take that to heart and trust her on that. And it was obvious that Chicago was just a shell of themselves and just not locked in that game at all. Candace only played 26 minutes, wasn't aggressive on defense. So yeah, she just didn't get it done in the stock department. She also, I think, finished with 9 rebounds, so fell short of her rebounds too. But we're gonna get into her whole different scenario today. But and then what a phenomenal series in that Seattle Vegas. I wanted to touch on that before we dived into the final game tonight. But I'm gonna miss it. What is your guys' feelings on that series?
Yeah, I'll miss it. I'm excited to see Chicago and Vegas go at it, though. I think that's going to be the one.
It's going to be awesome. I mean, man, Asia is just going to have a field day in the paint. But oh man, and Chelsea Gray is just on absolute heater. That playoff records being broken here. Back-to-back games with double, 10 or more assists and what 20 or more points in back-to-back games. I mean, she's just on a whole nother level. Gonna be a tougher matchup for her against Chicago though. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But yeah, that series, man. I mean, hats off to Bree. We knew she was just gonna go nuclear, and she did. She was like what 5 of 5 from 3 in the first half. She just didn't miss, and then good old Jewel. She did her thing. We knew that was coming. Yeah, and yeah, Chelsea popped off again. And Jackie, she finally had her game in this series.
Too soon.
Yeah,
We knew it was coming.
Yeah, it was coming.
yeah.
I play with fire.
I went back to it. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it hurt so bad. It's okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I really wanted a game 5. I mean, it would have been awesome to have that today. All those options. Now we're stuck with having to pick the best Connecticut prop to play because obviously we can't play all Chicago props on the same card. That would have been awesome to have that other game, but I think we're gonna have to probably spend our most time on Connecticut side of things because it's tricky to navigate those waters, and we have to find a core play to go with our Chicago plays. So with that said, let's go ahead and just start with Connecticut. That last game, I'd say is their absolute ceiling, like their best they'll ever play. We've seen them all playoffs really struggle to score. They started the first quarter really aggressive and strong, which is not surprising when your back's against the wall in an elimination game. And they even said, Courtney and others said it was an emphasis to really come out aggressive and set the tone in the first quarter. Not surprising, but what's surprising is that they put up 30 points. You got to remember, Connecticut twice this series has put up less than 15 points in the first quarter. They put up 7 against Dallas in the first quarter in a game, I think game 2, and then they put up 12 points against Chicago in the first quarter. I think also in game 1 or 2. So I you got to take this game definitely with a grain of salt. It was just, complete, I would say outlier game for Connecticut and also for Chicago. They just did, the motivation wasn't there and the energy wasn't there. And yeah, so I mean, I think we should expect a much different result here. I don't expect Connecticut to put up 100 points in Chicago. And I think I'm pretty sure I'll have to double check this, but I think Connecticut broke a playoff record, WNBA playoff record for points in the paint. They had 66, almost doubling the points in the paint for Chicago. So that is what really, really killed Chicago. And a lot of it was the backdoor cuts. They were just getting burned by, and even the commentators and post game stuff, they were saying like it was so surprising how confused and surprised Chicago looked in response to all these backdoor cuts. So I think we're going to see some adjustments to that, definitely by Chicago to stop those. And they got killed, and Chicago got killed on the glass. A lot of second chance points for Connecticut. What was the rebound ratio here? It was 23 for Chicago to
39.
39. Yeah, I mean, if you're getting dominating the paint and on the glass, it's not going to look pretty for you. So I think, I think Chicago is going to come out with more energy and change that. They might not win the rebound battle, but I don't think they'll lose by that bad. Okay, so let's figure this out. We got to find our core Connecticut target because I think we're all pretty set on who we want for Chicago and what to expect. Before I hand it off to each of you, I wanted to share some notes on Courtney Williams and what Kirk, the coach for Connecticut, said. He has been going to her the last, I think, 2 games in the fourth quarter over JJ. And he thinks like this is kind of like the X factor because Courtney has been a spark in the fourth quarter in the last 2 games. I don't know. Yeah, you can see like Courtney closed over JJ and JJ checked out in the last span there. Oh, man. over this playoffs, Courtney has been losing out big minutes in the fourth quarter, and actually hasn't even been playing the fourth quarter a lot of times. But it seems like this might be a new strategy for Connecticut. And if that's the case, it kind of makes me like her unders a little less just due to, minutes. And if she's gaining confidence, but it's Courtney. I mean, she can be a brick house, and I think Chicago's going to adjust to her getting those layups and backdoor cut plays. So unders. I want unders on Connecticut, but it just makes me nervous in an elimination game. All these players are going to be hungry in big minutes, so we're not feeling that. And then, I mean, I guess if we were taking over Bonner, maybe just because they need her so bad, with JJ just being a ghost all playoffs. Let's start with you, Eric, and then we'll move to Cade and Vince. What can be a core play for Connecticut, or core plays if you have one or two?
Yeah, I'm still going back to Bonner or something. I mean, she's really just been the X factor for Connecticut here. The turnover prop I still like, I'll be honest, just because she should have the ball in her hand a lot, and Chicago's going to make it pretty difficult for her. But she's had some fairly fluky games against, a handful of teams on the road. But in this series in Chicago, she's kind of 50-50 on. I think her mental game is the biggest thing. She's just had some of her season low, like points scored and field goal attempts, and it's a 50-50 coin toss, but I think we get the determined Bonner that's been playing, and she's going to try to win this. I agree. I don't think we can really feel safe about taking unders for this do or die game for them, or really anybody. And a lot of these props have been fairly juiced out of the range. Like Azra, she's way, way, way down there now. But I think we go two sides of the coin here with Bonner. If she's playing bad, I like the turnovers. She'll get 2 quick turnovers and probably, get off the floor. Coach will switch up the rotation. But if she's playing well, either the PRA or the fantasy, fantasy's had a season high right now, so I'd kind of caution on that. If she's racking up those 3+ stock games again and again, then she'll get there fairly easy. But if she's not, it's going to be a real struggle.
Yeah.
She's not a core play for me tonight at all. Like I'll say that
Yeah.
honestly. I'm going with Candace, Emma, and then everything else is going to be under that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I mean, we gotta nail a Connecticut prop because we have to pair it. We have to play it.
I will say her first half PRA. I'm still riding that train until they properly adjust it.
Yeah.
And I know you liked her full game PRA, right?
I did, just because I imagine her and Alyssa are going to play the most minutes of any player on Connecticut. Should play close to the entire game, so just due to minutes and sheer volume and how bad she's needed, and they're running a lot of off ball screens for her to get her switched on smaller defenders and get smaller defenders onto Brandon Jones and JJ in the paint. So they're really working to get her open, and she's the focal point of the offense right now. So, but Chicago, you gotta think they're gonna make some adjustments to her. But yeah, Bonner, she's the kind of player she'll flash upside on you, and then when you go to her, she can totally ghost you. I would say she's probably one of the more inconsistent players in the WNBA in terms of like high upside and then just complete low floor. So it's tough, man. What, Cade, what are your thoughts on Connecticut? Did you have any more, Eric? Sorry.
Not really. I mean, I think you could consider like Courtney Williams first half PRA. They didn't change that, or even her points. If I'm not mistaken, they bumped it down to 5.5. She's been fairly good for at least 4 points, at a minimum. So if she can just squeeze in the third bucket, if they're going to run her in this deeper rotation, then that would make sense.
Yeah, she is. I think she's still playing majority. On most occasions, the majority of her minutes in the first half. But yeah, I'm with you. Like on the first half, lines being still so low for Connecticut. But my only concern, game script wise, is that Chicago after that just like unmotivated first quarter and first half. Like I just feel like they're going to come out just super aggressive, like we saw against New York in that series when after they came off that loss and they were at home in Chicago. They just completely locked down and and the defense just didn't allow anything and racked up steals. That's my only concern with first half props for Connecticut. But yeah. Key, what about you?
Yeah. So Connecticut tough, man. They took away my favorite was Thomas turnovers. It's 2.5 now. I don't love it anymore.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary. So I think I'm going to stay away from that. But as you said, if your theory is to be believed that they're going to play Jonquil less in the fourth quarter, I think her under on the stocks could be, nice call here because she's only gone over once a series. She's pushed the game 2 and 3, I think, and went under last game. So if she's getting less minutes, she probably has less chance to get stocks here.
Yeah. I mean,
little
and along
pushy,
the same
but-
lines, what are your thoughts about her points rebound under? So it's
That's
taxed by 0.5. If you add up her rebound and points, and she's just not getting done rebounding wise because AT is soaking up
Yeah.
and Bonner.
I hate to bet against her, in a game like this, but
I know.
if the coach is to believe your theory to be believed, then yeah, she's probably gonna play less minutes. You can consider it's hard to bet on her under because when she is out there, she's so efficient. But
Yep.
she feels like she's been losing minutes. I don't know. The last game she played a lot of minutes, but didn't really feel like it. Just uninvolved. Really, for the first 3 quarters, she was playing insane minutes. The fourth quarter didn't play much. But it was a blowout though, so I don't know. I am scared though for Chicago. I don't know. I Connecticut, they could have exposed them. I don't know. I think that was kind of their last the trick up their sleeve. I don't know. Chicago scares me, but they have championship DNA. They're going to bounce back. I hope because I really want them to make the finals.
Yeah, I don't want to bet on Connecticut anymore.
Yeah, I hope this is the end of the ride for Connecticut. Here.
Yeah. I guess the only concern with JJ is like if Courtney's playing terrible, they just completely throw that strategy out the window and they just let JJ.
Yeah, I still like her unders, Courtney. I just watching that game, she's literally running through the paint, shooting like Sean Livingston fadeaways, like Chelsea Gray fadeaways. I mean, it's just not going to happen again. I mean, it's scary, obviously. They want her more involved, and also Heidemann as well. Heidemann had like 2 points last game, and they scored 100 points. She had 2 points. I don't know what that's supposed to mean for her being involved in the offense because if they're going to score 100 points, she's only going to score 2 points or 4 points or something. She's just not involved.
Yeah, with Courtney ball hogging so much.
Yeah, she played minutes too. I mean, she was out there. I don't know. It is very intriguing. Now they're taking away a lot of our favorite options for Connecticut after last game, so it's tough sledding here. Yeah, I mean Bonner. I don't know. I don't really trust Bonner, but she might be the best you got here for an over for this.
Yeah, just due to minutes and usage, right?
Yeah, I mean she's been killing in this series. She's basically when she shows up, they got a chance in the game. If she doesn't, then they don't have a chance. So they need her, and they know they need her. But Chicago knows that they need her. So I mean, it's also been kind of juiced recently.
It has been.
It used to be like 20, now it's 23.
Yep.
Yeah, so it is tough, but yeah, I agree. I don't think there's any sort of core play on this team. I think we just got to mix our exposure around. I think that's.
Yeah, for sure. But let's try to find at least 2 and hopefully maybe 3 that we can rotate in and out for the community. Vince, what are you thinking? Do you got any strong leans on Connecticut yet?
Oh, I am all in on Courtney under. All in. I mean,
my boy.
At this point, it's just locked in, so I just gotta ride with it.
I
So
mean,
the
yeah,
thing, my theory is that they just let Connecticut shoot, like, because they can't shoot. And what happened was, especially in transition a lot, they just created space. They cleared out the paint so that Chicago couldn't have 3 or 4 long buys inside the paint.
yeah,
And then they pretty much just
Yeah.
pulled Chicago, and they just ran backdoor cuts with other guards. And Courtney Williams was like Sloot almost, or a KFC. She was just getting easy free buckets, like just right at the rim. No way it happens again. I think Chicago is just like, okay, if you want to get in the paint, you have to work for it. But if you want to shoot threes, then go back to it. Let let Heidemann jack up 8, 9 threes and see what happens. And on top of that, Connecticut shot 57%
yeah,
as a team, like just
yeah.
overall. That
Fake.
40% from
I was
three.
gonna say it.
And they're one of those teams that really feeds off like their crowd environment.
Oh
Like
yeah,
you could just tell like the more the crowd's getting hyped up, they were lit. Like
yeah.
they were lit.
No, they were
So
feeling themselves.
they were really feeling themselves. And they're not going to have that now. So I don't see any of that happening. I think, and then plus we saw fouls everywhere. I mean, what,
Yeah.
the whole starting five almost have 4 or 5 fouls? Ridiculous. All the way. I am locked in. I mean, she owes me money, so
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I already locked it in a card, big card. So I'm with you. I hope it comes through. But since I already have exposure to it, I'm just probably gonna look for other things just because if just gets more minutes in the fourth. That's the only concern. Um,
and I guess
wait,
AT under free throws too.
Oh, good call.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
They
still
ju-
scary,
they
but
used to- yeah, it's
yeah, they should
scary. They
have
used
five
to
free
by
throws.
1.
The refs were literally just they loved her last night, man. It was ridiculous.
yeah, they did.
Yeah, it was. I think they had 20 free throw attempts as a team. They
They
shot
were like 10 in the
80%.
first quarter, man. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, that game was completely in favor of Khan. And it's game 5. Money's done. Like you've already sold the tickets, you've already sold the souvenirs.
They need to
So
sell next series tickets.
exactly. And the favorites for people who want to see the next series is going to be Chicago and
Narrative sell.
Vegas.
Narrative selling. I think
Yep,
Candace Asia is definitely a ticket seller.
exactly. Exactly. So it's all hands to
Yeah.
go. I mean, I think the refs are just going to let them play and just say,
Yeah, I think
okay,
so.
like be physical. And if they have to call a call, they'll call it. But I think that they're just going to let them play.
Yeah, we saw that in game 1 and 2, especially because I know we had a couple free throw props that we were on, and there were just no foul calls that entire first half.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at the officials in that game. One of them was last name Bonner, but I looked it up. No relation to Wanna.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Amy Bonner.
That's not suspect at all, is it? that explains a lot, doesn't it?
Trying to go back. I should look in. We definitely do this for NBA. We look at we always track who the officials are each game. We should find out who the officials are today, but yeah, we can maybe get an idea. I'm sure that there's going to be the same official crew from tonight from one of the games in the series, one of the 4. So we should find that out. I might feel even better on that theory. I'm with you guys on that theory though. Yeah. But yeah, I think they let him play it out. Okay, what else can we core here for Connecticut? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is the tough part of the slate.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down. Like, I don't really like unders, like I said, because of elimination game. But like, I think that
Have
holds
to.
true for like core starters, but like Heidemann, like she's not a core piece. And if Courtney is taking on this new role that Kurt is putting in place for her, that's even more detriment to Heidemann. And Carrington, Sims, they're going to get their run. I can maybe get behind the Heidemanns under points or threes.
Yeah, I could see that.
I'm not mad at it.
Three is kind of scary because she's basically just still leaving her open from three. So
Yeah.
if it is the props at 8.5 for points, I mean, she's probably gonna need to score to make 4 field goals, and if she does, 2 of them will be threes probably. So
Right, and then and she usually gets like a
Yeah.
fast break layup.
yeah, I mean, she doesn't get fouls really, so
Yeah.
no free throws. So yeah, at 8.5, she's gonna need 3 3-pointers or 4, any combination of 4 basically. So I think one of her and Courtney will go under for sure, or both. But
Yeah.
because they love to use the defensive guards they have in the bench,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
especially if this game's close. I mean, last game it was different because it was a complete blowout. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry too much about last game's rotations.
Right. Speaking of that, let's finish on Brianna Jones. Like she's like, I feel like her prop lines are just always right there on the edge for her. Like too close and tight for even unders or overs. Do we just like completely stay away from her?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I've been
I haven't
totally
taken her in
fine.
forever, man. It's been forever since I took her.
Yep.
Yeah, just fine without it.
She's too
Yep.
consistent. Like,
She will hook you every time.
Oh yeah.
Every single time.
Okay. Man, AT is such a tryhard.
Yeah, she is.
If I was gonna do any over on her besides her turnover, it would probably be her rebounds because she's such a tryhard.
I was gonna say the same thing. They only juiced about like 0.5, I think.
Yeah. And especially with JJ playing so much out on the perimeter. So let's get into that. We'll segue into Chicago here. So watching the last game, noticed that like basically on defense, Connecticut was pressing the perimeter and putting pressure on Candace right away to get the ball out of her hands because Candace has been cooking in this series, scoring wise. And so yeah, they had Bonner and JJ basically just come up and press right away on her. And I think it's just opened up even more rebounds for AT. I mean, she was in foul trouble and only played 24 minutes and she still had 8 rebounds.
Yeah.
And JJ had almost played 30 minutes and she's only had 7. So I think it's just due to like the scheme and also JJ is playing out on the perimeter on offense too, a lot. So I think it just opens up rebounding even more so for AT. That's probably like the one over I would take for her. I mean, yeah, getting to Chicago now. With that said, if Connecticut continues that defensive scheme since it worked and really gave Candace problems offensively, what it did is it basically allowed so many easy layups, cutting open cuts to the basket for Copper and Vandersloot, especially in the first half. Because when JJ was out there and pressing up on Candace out on the perimeter by the 3-point line, Candace would either dump it to Emma in the high post, and then Emma would find the cutter, or Candace would easily find the cutter. I couldn't even count on my hand how many times that happened in the first half. And as a result, Copper and Sloot just feasted offensively and scoring and crushed their first half point props. I think we can go right back to that scheme. I think Chicago is going to be more aggressive and push the issue, and I think Candace is going to find those open shooters if Connecticut continues to try to like trap her and give her problems. So I think those first half points for Copper and Vandersloot make total sense here. I think Copper missed a wide open layup that Candace passed to her. I mean, I was couldn't get more wide open and just rimmed in and out. That would have put Candace over her assist at 4.5. She would have finished with 5 in just 26 minutes, and Copper would have had like 10 points, and she missed a free throw too, so potentially even 11 points in the first half. And then yeah, they still have Vandersloot at 5.5 points first half, which doesn't make sense because she's so aggressive attacking with layups because she knows that they're pressing on the perimeter so much and focusing on Emma and Candace, so she's just having wide open driving lanes. So and then we can talk about Candace because so many favorable props for her today in a must-win game back at home, and it's Candace. She had one bad game. It happens, especially playing 2 days after having a big road win and having to play again on the road. Is natural for letdown, but can't forget the production she's had in this series. I mean, she's just been going absolutely off. So yeah, I mean, fantasy, her assist, her free throws, her block steal. I mean, all of it is live in my opinion. But look, we can try to core and rank it amongst ourselves. Start the events. What are your top Chicago plays, and if you had to rank order them?
Number one, I don't know. It's kind of a 1A, 1B. I think less risk with Emma just because she's guaranteed the minutes. I mean, you have to worry about Candace and the physicality at this point because of the lack of rest and things of that nature. But Emma, you already know she'll play 32 minutes at least. They need her. It's a great matchup for her, and she's been consistent. I mean, I think all of them are live. I mean, you can go assist. Yeah, you can go PA for sure. She definitely hits a lot of those open baseline middies, and even when they leave her open at the high post and the top of the key, she just knock it down easy. Yeah, those are probably like my favorites.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, Emma and Candace definitely core plays, like Eric alluded to. Eric, what about you?
Yeah, they're going to be my 1A, 1B tonight. I think just, make sure you're correlating your cards well. If you're going to have, say, like Parker assist, don't go with Emma assist on top of that. But there's I think enough options for us to be creative with our game scripts that, like, say you want to go with Vandersloot first half points, Emma assists, and Parker fantasy. None of those really cross any lines there. A little takeaway from some of the points, but those three currently are really leading in this matchup. So especially if we're expecting Vandersloot to step it up here a little bit more because she's been kind of hit or miss in the matchup. I mean, this is a lot of opportunity on the table, and there were so many missed assist opportunities last game.
Yeah.
I think that we only caught, like, honestly, a third of the potential that's there for Chicago because they want to get back to, pass the ball a lot, be able to get some weakness and expose that over and over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's so many potential assists left out there. Yeah, I'm with you on that. And I mean, and Vince, the transition over to you. Let's talk to the community about good old KFC. I posted a clip in Discord. After the first quarter, she had like a quick interview with the reporter between quarters, and it's just hilarious. She was saying like, "Oh, we just didn't come out aggressive in the first quarter," and then the reporter's like, "Why do you think that is? This is like elimination game, or you can move on to the finals." And her reaction is classic. Like, you haven't seen it, go check it out. But she's basically saying like, "I have no idea." Kind of like a reaction like, "Oh, best believe we're gonna come out next game," because it didn't make any sense that
Right.
game. So
Yeah. I mean, she was completely sarcastic about it. It was absolutely hilarious. She's like, I mean, as a player, how do you know? Like, you come out there with the intention to make shots, and they don't fall. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And things get out of rhythm. I always said the same thing. Like, I don't know, bro. I have no clue. But yeah, she's going to come out. I think this is the type of environment that stars shine. That's why last slate we were all over like Bree and Asia Fancy,
Yeah, yeah.
because you know that this is where they're going to step up. They're going to take control of the team and they're going to get it done. And same thing here. I mean, Copper is one of the leading scorers on the team. She's one of the most efficient scorers whenever she really gets going. And I think she's going to make it a point to insert herself into this game and just get it done.
Yeah, she's not going to let him lose. She will do whatever it takes. Do we
Love some
like
KFC.
her first half points the most because how effective she's been against JJ when because JJ's playing her most minutes in the first half. She's just blowing by and getting those wide open layups. And if we think that Chicago's going to be aggressive defensively and cause turnovers and more transition baskets, like that's her bread and butter. She's the one leading the point on that and the beneficiary of those fast break points off turnovers. Or do we just go with the full game point prop? I guess you can do both in hedge.
I'm
What are you guys thinking?
I'm really leaning first half. Ever since game one, the intention for both of these teams is first quarter. Both of these
Oh yeah,
teams want to
yeah.
come out very strong in the first quarter, assert their dominance, and get a nice lead. And we've seen that both teams have done that in whatever game. And that first quarter is very crucial. One of them is going to take at least an 8 to 10 point lead,
Yep.
and that's probably the team who's going to take it.
Yep.
And I think if we go back to it, Connecticut was very efficient. They're not going to be that efficient again, and that's going to lead to a lot of transition points. That's going to help Emma and Candace with their assist, and the main benefactor of that is going to be Copper for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She just has to hit her wide open layups.
And free throws.
And free throws.
Yeah, and free throws.
She's getting to the line more in the last couple games, so I think she continues that today. You saw like in that Seattle Vegas game towards the end, when Jewel was having a hard time getting open from the outside, she was just putting her head down and drawing fouls and getting to the free throw line. Cade, what do you think? What's your thoughts on KFC and other props for Chicago?
All right, KFC. I love KFC, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm not like crazy in love with the first half compared to the full game. I think they're both great.
Okay.
I think she's gonna get some rebounds today too. So I'm looking at the PRA point rebound prop. Kind of torn on what to go with her, but I do agree. I think she's just gonna. They have to have her show up in this game. Has to happen. And if I noticed the first two games, she's kind of been settling for the outside shot. Last two games, she's been attacking more, getting more free throws. I don't see why she stops doing that. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with KFC. I think there's not a ton to go off of stats wise to back it up, but I just think, yeah, she has to show up, especially after the interview. I'm all in. I really do think she can do that.
Yeah,
And,
KFC's
yeah,
not one to go off of stats. It's more off of like just
feel, yeah,
gut feel
sure.
and just the eye test and knowing what kind of player she is.
Probably pair it with Emma assist because
I love that.
Emma assist. That's my favorite play. Just 3.5. It should be 4.5 in this matchup because she's just a mismatch. No matter where it is, fast break, half court, she's everywhere. When she's been out there she's gotten 32 minutes every game of the series so far, which is crazy. She's over 6 to 7 games this year against Connecticut when she plays 30 plus minutes, and 15 the last 17 games when she gets those minutes. So she's probably gonna get even more than 32 minutes tonight with this kind of win or go home game. So I just don't see how she's gonna get 4 assists here.
Oh yeah. I mean, especially with like how Connecticut's giving Vandersloot problems. They're running the offense to Emma. She's distributing and playmaking. So I love that pairing with Emma and KFC's full game or first half. I probably have split up my exposure. But yeah, I mean, because you want to pair Emma's assist with something, and besides KFC, I don't trust any other Chicago point prop as much as I do with KFC's. So
Yeah, I mean, she'd also given it to Sloot quite a bit. I remember 1 or 2 assists were to Sloot in the first half. So
yeah, those cuts, those open dry
yeah,
layups. Yeah.
that's what she's been doing in the first half. So that's good. And I think did she have 6 last game? Emma assists. Like that's
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
pretty crazy. When they got blown out, that's they didn't really score much at all. So I mean, they scored about normal, but they were behind the whole game. So getting 6 assists is very impressive to me.
Oh yeah, I made a car where I did Emma's assist with first half Sloot points, first half KFC points.
Yeah. The one game she missed this year, when she got those 30 minutes, is the game she just took over and it was a complete blowout. And Azra's not scoring. So when there's a blowout and Azra's out there, that's one less player to get an assist to. So yeah, and Gardner doesn't really shoot much. So that's she basically can't really assist anyone that's not a starter, which is also an issue. But the starters are going to play massive minutes here. They have a lot of chemistry. Yeah, I love Emma. That's my number one play today for sure.
I'm right there with you. Eric, what is your number one Chicago play?
Yeah, it's going to be either. I think Emma, just because there's so much potential there, and her lines haven't been like directly juiced compared to say Parker here, or seeing such a wild ride like Vandersloot, for example. Like she's so far down from where her props were, last series. But I love me some Emma today. So both the assists and the PA cleared in 6 of 8 games, and they're really interchangeable. And a lot of those games too, Candace had a fair amount of assists along with Vandersloot. So there's plenty of opportunity for all three of them to coexist in this atmosphere. They just really have to make these more efficient shooting. A lot of games 1 and 2, there was a lot of just sloppy, uncomfortable shots that Chicago was taking that I think really put them back in a hole. And we're seeing them really dial it back in, be really efficient with that 3-point long ball shots, but keep the pace and keep the boxing out underneath. I think they need to go back to that because they really struggled on the glass this last game.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Your point about Sloot's getting assists, Candace getting assists, Emma's getting assists. This team set the record for the highest percentage of their points coming off assists in the entire history of the WNBA. So,
yep.
Yeah. And if they're shutting down Sloot passing the ball, it's way too many options for our girl Emma to get assists here because they're going to get assists. That's how they score their offense. It's all about the assists. So 4 assists, way too low in a must-win game for this team. As I said, they're going to come out firing, I think. So I think we could see 2-3 assists in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think the way I kind of viewed it tonight is her assist prop is way too low. I mean, her home average is almost 4.6 anyways, but there's way more of a ceiling upside to her PA.
Definitely, yeah. It's also on a discount. So
yeah, and a 0.5 discount. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, she's been efficient offensively. I mean, she had finished with 14 points last game, and she made 0 threes, which is unlike her. She usually makes 1 to 2 threes per game. So, and she still got it done, and she led in field goal attempts the entire team. I was getting to thinking back to, I think Cade or Eric, you were saying about like the rebound thing, and Chicago having to really focus on boxing out. I got this feeling Candace and this team strategy and the mindset going in for her is she's gonna go all in on the glass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think she took this game off.
That New York game, that elimination game. Remember at the end she was like, "This is what I got to do now on the glass," and it got him over. It got him over New York in that elimination game, winner take all. I think she just goes all in on the glass, and that's gonna be her main focus, and on defense obviously today. So I wouldn't even hate her rebound. But I like a lot of her props, and obviously Emma for all the reasons you guys said. So I'll probably just break up my exposure to Candace, a lot of her props, and then probably core Emma's assist and PA, and then Azrae, her lines got super nerfed. Are you guys not touching her anymore?
It's a wrap.
Nah,
it's a wrap.
10 and a half, man. Wow.
Dude, I still like the under on her. I'm sorry, but she scored 0 points in a blowout. Like she's getting guarded by literally like people who they're not even expecting to play that night, and they're still shutting her down. So I mean, you can still go with it. Obviously, it's risky. They keep bumping it down for good reason. Like last game we talked about it, we liked it, and then the PRA is down 3 from that last game, which is crazy.
It's so nerfed, man.
Dude,
That
she
line
used to be
is so
15
efficient.
and a half,
Right,
right?
right. Her points were all the way for like 10 and a half whenever the series started.
I think
Oh.
we got to go back to Parker stocks though. I think we got a goldfish that get back to. That's a definite option for us tonight, at least to mix and
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I love it so much for props.
Oh, man, I want a blanket though. I really do. She's gonna show up. She has to show up.
Oh
You
yeah.
could see it on her face last game. She's like, I'm not letting this happen again.
Oh,
Yeah, the 3 assists. I mean, I have so much PTSD from that last game. So scared. I mean, last game she's been clearing it. They actually moved her rebounds up too, because she's been whenever she's playing her normal minutes, she's been crushing that rebound prop. 2 blowouts she missed. So
Yeah, they had it at 10 last time.
They
right?
moved it. Yeah, they moved it up. Yeah, but for her fantasy score, when she's played 33 plus minutes, which you have to assume she's going to play 33 plus minutes. She's only missed once this year of 8 or 9 games, I think. Which is just crazy. So I have to ride with the fantasy score just because I know she's going to do everything in her power to win this game for this team.
oh yeah. She's gonna show up.
Yeah, and her fantasy's gone over in every home game this year, and I think dating back to last year before she got some injury. So she's got history.
Oh yes, I think she's gonna get 12 plus rebounds, multiple stocks, probably get 10 plus points, and then obviously get it done with the assists, with 4 to 5 assists. So I wouldn't be surprised she clears all her props, honestly. Just like Bree.
I can only pair Emma and Candace, man. Only.
Right.
I know.
Got to pick one of those Connecticut players.
This one right here.
That one right there. The young man.
She
Come
said,
on down.
I'll be the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah. I said
exactly what I want to hear.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, they don't guard me. They don't respect me. That's okay. But then went on to say in the post game, oh yeah, next game, whoever makes the most baskets is gonna win. And she was being serious. It wasn't like a sarcastic thing.
That was the funniest post game I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Like she had me dying. She said the only reason she was hitting buckets is because she put on the outfit.
Yeah. She don't.
I was like,
She
okay.
act like she don't care, man.
Hopefully
right?
she changes her outfit.
Hopefully. It should be dirty, but who knows?
It should be dirty.
All right, I'm loving this, guys. I mean, I couldn't feel any more confident on Chicago props. I think the landmine that could really burn us is the Connecticut props, and
yeah.
So I just think we're gonna have to probably split up cards and not like go heavy on just one card and just like split it up, whatever your bankroll is, and to multiple and get exposure.
Sure. Or you could pair with NFL.
You could pair with NFL. We'll get to that next after we catch up with chat. Yeah, that's NFL definitely we can do. All right, let's see how chat's doing. Exit screaming, let's go. What up, man? Exit said, Candace block steals killed too many of my cards last game. Yeah, but like Eric said, goldfish memory and betting, it's key. What up, Benjamin? Everyday Fantasy, what to do, gents? Love the hunting. Hey, appreciate that. Glad you're here, man. Sanju, what's up, everyone? Good luck. Let's hit big tonight. I hope so. Elimination games are always fun. WNBA cards, let's go. What up? And Silent theme song, always such a vibe. I love it, man. Underrated. Made that song, and yeah, I play it all the time. Obi said, what's up, fam? Harry, I'm going over on the whole Connecticut Sun. All right.
Oh, no. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck, bro. No, I hope it works out.
Franklin said, Gucci crew. Hey, appreciate that. I love this crew, man. It's so much fun when we get all of us together. We need to get a Guida on here soon for NFL. WNBA card said Candace Parker is going to go Superwoman on Connecticut. Oh, she's she's going to go down fighting. Even if Connecticut pulls the upset, best believe Candace is not going to go down without a fight. Chill Fate said writing Azare's unders again. I like it, man. Underrated. What up? Here we go again. Thanks for the hard work, guys. Let's win tonight. Appreciate that, man. YouTuber, what up? And Jermaine, what's up, fellas? Let's get this. So excited football's back. Yeah, we're gonna touch on that in a second. We're not gonna do a game breakdown of it, but we'll go over some potential props there. Oh, we said Bonner turnovers hit back-to-back games so far. Yeah. But that last game, she had 2. Eric brought up good point that one of them was taken away. But one of them, it was like on a transition fast break, and like Emma was just happened to be at the right spot at the right time and picked it off. I don't know. I played it in some cards, so I hope it hits, but yeah. It makes sense with our game theory that if we think Chicago is going to really clamp down defensively and force turnovers early. So, but you never know. It could be AT and Courtney providing all those turnovers and for the steals. Underrated said con props look crappy. AT under free throws has to be one of our plays tonight. We got to go to it, man. That one arm shot. But no, I feel bad, man. She's had multiple surgery on both her shoulders. That's why she shoots like that. Cowboy said JJ points. Chicago can't guard her. Got to ride your best, right? Yeah. Well, that's what we thought all playoffs, right? And we're talking crunch time, elimination game, and she's not playing in the fourth. Really? I mean, I can't.
Minutes have gone down.
I can't. Yeah, and good luck predicting Kurt, man, the Connecticut coach. That dude, yeah, talk about toast. He's toast too, man. He's out the door. Daniel said, "Are you all going to talk about NFL props ever during the season?" Yeah, so we're working on that behind the scenes. We're gonna come up with something content wise, I think, and try to do some like weekly streams, maybe like a couple of streams per week or something like that, and get it going. Both on this channel and Eric's Props Up channel too, or just split them up and do different type of content. Since we have all week to really hone in on it, but we're definitely gonna do that. And then once NBA starts back, definitely gonna lock in on that. Took AT under free throws. Do it, man. George said her 1.5 stocks are flirting with me. AT, yeah. Emma's point says is a price pick error steal. Yeah, we all like it. Wait, what up, Kevin? Wet the fifth. Candace 11 boards a lock. I mean, I think she's gonna go off on the glass, man. She's gonna focus on it so hard. Oh, what asked about quickly? We should touch on that before we do our team stream and then do the NFL. People are liking her under on her PRA. What are your guys' thoughts? I get it. She's just been so ineffective in this matchup, but Quiggs is a witch to me, and she burns me a lot. So she's on my DMP don't mess with list. What about you guys?
She's a witch, dude. She literally had her foot on the line for 2 threes last game, and they counted both of them as threes.
Yeah, her foot was definitely on the line.
They didn't even look at it either. I was like, they're going to look at it at halftime. No, didn't look at it.
Yeah.
She went 3 for 4 from 3, but she really only shot 2 3-pointers. She made one of them. But, it is what it is. She's a witch. She's got the witch energy on her side, just like Mr. Thomas. So
I don't mind her fantasy unders. Yeah. First half and full games.
Yeah, I think they already bumped the under on the fantasy. It's 20.5 now, or it was 20.5. One of the two.
Yeah.
Wow, 18.5. Wow, yeah. So they nerfed it. I cannot believe she had 3 3-pointers last game. That's so fake. So fake.
The one at the buzzer.
I wouldn't go under again. Dude, that was horrible. That was so bad. I think it was Salute or something passed out of or Copper or something passed out of a wide open layup for that 3-pointer. It was winning an Emma assist as well, and I got so mad.
I know.
Which, yeah, but I agree. I any Quigley hate, I'm all for it. Go for it.
Yeah. I like her wife though. Bear said, "Let's ride. Hey, let's do it, Bear." Hey, what up, Jason? Like to under on Williams PRA or fantasy more? I like them both. The reason I like the fantasy is because she has really high turnover potential, and today, if she's handling the ball more, and Chicago is going to be more aggressive on defense, I just like the turnover potential, and she's not really racking up the stocks. So, yeah, I would say take the higher line for the under with the fantasy, and hope for the turnovers. Trophy Von Miller under 0.5 sacks. I'm with him, man. He's old. He's washed. He's gonna play probably 20 snaps. I mean, I mean, it's the first game of the season, so he might play a little more. But I mean, that guy's on a strict snap count going forward. I think Stafford runs for 2 yards. Okay, all right. So let's transition to the NFL.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna share some of mine. We'll start with the game tonight, and then we'll end with the Sunday slate. So I liked Allen Robinson. They had him at 57.5 receiving yards, which I didn't get because on the books he was like 63.5. PrizePicks adjusted. I think it's 62 now. I think you can still consider it. Davis White is out still for the Bills, and so the Bills are going to be starting a rookie corner. But their secondary is still pretty solid. But I just think, with Van Jefferson out and probably Kupp getting a lot of attention, A-Rob, he's a really, really crisp route runner. They're going to line him up in the slot. They're going to put him on the outside. So I like that. And then I'm probably going to pair it with the Matt Gay's field goal. I know it's popular, but I think the Rams will probably have some stall periods and struggle to score in the red zone just due to Bills' defense being so solid and the Rams lacking a true running game. So I think there's high field goal potential here. And then I like Poyer's under 5.5 tackles because he's coming back from elbow injury and he's been basically not playing contact at all. He had his first contact practice like a day ago. He's been wearing a brace on his elbow. He's their strong safety, plays next to Micah Hyde. But strong safeties, if the other team's not running the ball much, it's less solo tackle potential. And we know that the Rams don't run much. They're going to throw it and dish it out. So I think you consider that. That for the game tonight. What do you guys got? Kid, you want to go first?
You guys can handle the NFL. I'm not. I don't know much, but I will tell you, Jacoby Brissett. I don't know what happened to the guy. He must have got hurt or something because the guy does not like to run anymore at all. You sent that like his career rushing yards.
Yeah. Oh no,
that dropped off a cliff, dude. It was crazy. He must have got hurt. And they're like, don't ever do that again.
Dude, this is broken. Like I locked this in so many cards. Like this dude is not running. And the Browns. I mean, they're gonna run it with Hunt and Chubb all game long. And the Panthers linebackers and D-line is solid, stout. I mean, yeah. He's old. He's washed. He's not running. Thanks. Love that one. But that's for Sunday, yeah. Eric, what do you got?
Yeah, I think we got a couple of interesting gems today. I know everyone likes to complain about the double team, but man, Aaron Donald tackles plus assists at 3.5. That's just so disrespectful to this guy. I mean, he's an absolute star. So they are going to throw it a lot. We do expect Buffalo to throw it maybe a fair amount, but also with the reconstruction of their team and their receivers right now, we don't know exactly what kind of rapport they have with each other. We've had some really seasoned players out there that, Allen's been able to throw to, and like Beasley and was it John last time? But now we got a lot of these younger players, and even some of them dealing with injuries too is going to put an even bigger question mark on kind of what is this offensive plan that we've are so used to seeing. Is that going to come out tonight as well? Between Singletary and whoever they decide to really roll with a backup or the third down back, Donaldson's going to be in that play every single rushing play. And one thing that I really like about these props in particular is the lineman or whoever just needs to put a hand on that person. And the stat keepers are very, very relaxed as far as like the NFL goes. They will credit a lot of assists, and I think that's something that's going severely underlooked right now. So for me, I mean, he's gone under that line twice the entire 2021 season. And the previous time that they played against the Bills, he had 7. So feel good about going back to that.
Okay. Yeah. Makes total sense. Did it get juiced? Wasn't it 3.5 last night?
I told y'all. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Like it.
They got him.
I didn't even
Aspiring
post
nerd.
anything, man. They keep bumping my stuff every time.
You watch your account. Man.
You got anything else, Eric, on this game?
Yeah, I think we could honestly go to Taron Johnson as well on the other side for Buffalo. He is so fast, and
Yeah.
I know that there might be a little bit of a kind of a question mark for what exactly defensive scheme they're going to run here. But even if Matt Stafford is not 100%, he's still going to take a lot of dink and dunks over the middle, and he's involved. And I think it was some crazy stat, like almost 70% of plays across the middle.
Yeah.
So if anything in that open zone is going to be passed, or if he's going to be shadowing, Cup or kind of helping with covering Cup here, he's going to see so much action. Only went under twice all last year as well. And he put up 11 last year or the year before when they played against this opposing team.
I'm glad you brought him up. I had him on my list too. I did not put it on the sheet though, but so he is their slot corner. He's like locked in there, and his PFF grade last year for slot corner, he was like top 5, one of the best slot corners in the league. So he's locked in the slot, and slot, like you said, you're gonna accrue a lot of tackles from slants and dump downs to running backs and all those plays in the middle of the field. Just being located in shadow coverage in that slot. So I really like it. As opposed to a cornerback who's on the X and Y on the outside, like they're going to be out on the island like a Jalen Ramsey. Way less potential for tackles compared to a slot corner. So totally get it. I'm with you on that. And, it's a strong pairing if you want to go over on that and under on Poyer's tackles too. Okay. Anything else?
Nah, honestly, those two I felt the most confident about. And Matt Gay, I mean, he's got a ridiculous field goal line too. So he cleared in 16 of the 22 games they played. But the biggest thing is he cleared in 9 of 10 home games. And, as you mentioned, with this tough defense, they have a lot of red zone stalls. So we just need 2 to happen, or 1 in a long field goal, which he's definitely got the leg for.
Yeah, and it's in LA, no weather concern or anything like that. So, Vince, you got anything?
Nope. Not over here.
Just like me.
Unless you want to lose.
Some others Sunday stuff that I had wrote down. Geno Smith under, complete garbage can, and Seattle's looked like the worst team in the league during preseason. I know it's preseason, but I think it's just foreshadow what's to come for them. Sorry if you're a Seattle fan. You're losing Russ. He carried you for so long, and now you have Geno and Drew Lock as your quarterbacks. And
you have a good quarterback next year. So
yeah, and they're going against the Broncos, who this defense continues to get stronger and stronger, and Surtain on the outside. I mean, this defense is no joke. So I like pairing a Geno under fantasy with Broncos over defense 7.5 fantasy. I think they're just going to destroy them. I think the spread right now is 8 in favor of Denver, and then you got Russ returning back to Seattle, going against good old Pete Carroll. I really like it. I think he's going to really ball out here. But the only issue is that his pass yards are really high at 270, and if the game is lopsided, that could be a problem. I mean, you always want to target quarterbacks with high lines, and you're hoping for a shootout. So that's the only holdback on that. And then Mac Jones under 7.5 rush yards. This guy is slow as molasses, and he's going against the Dolphins, who have top 5 against quarterback rushing. And last year in the 2 games he played Miami, he had 0 and 4 yards rushing. He's not running it. He's a traditional pocket drop back quarterback. Trying to think of any other ones I had. That's all I have so far. That was just like a early dive on that. Eric, did you have any like really strong core Sunday plays so far, or are you still researching?
Yeah, still researching, man. There's so many props
It's a lot
to go through.
So much to go through. Okay, so let's do our team cards. We could do one just straight up WNBA, then maybe we can mix in one a second card with mix in NFL and take out Connecticut or something like that. All right, lead us off, Cade.
Give me MSS.
Done.
Easy.
All right, what you got, Eric?
Let's pair it up with Parker Fantasy. Which I would imagine a lot of folks are kind of landing to this combo right now, anyways.
Yeah, I have a lot of this already. Vince, what you got, man?
All right, y'all left us with the scraps. AT under free throws.
Oh, so I like it. You took the bullet for the Connecticut prop.
Yeah, I did it.
Okay. Then I will go with I'm gonna go with Copper. I'm gonna say you can, if you're tailing this, you could either go first half or full game. But for this, let's just do full game, and we could do a first half card too if we want. Actually, I'm just gonna stick to my guns on this and go with the first half. All right, and then collectively as our 5th pick, if people want a 5th, what are you guys thinking?
Just from WNBA?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have Bonner up there?
We don't.
Let's go with the turnovers.
Throw it up there.
I wonder if they're gonna drop any late props on us. Like they tend to do like copper, block steal, anything like that. Trying to keep an eye out. Okay. This is our WNBA stream card. I would say our one last time on Tuesday all hit except one, right? It was the Candace block steal.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a mix here. I think for this one we can just keep the core. Let's do set of Coppers first half. We'll do the full game, and then what NFL do we want to core with this and void Connecticut?
I think Matt Gay is a super safe play tonight.
Yeah, let's do that. High implied total 50, was it 52.5? Yeah, I think high potential for field goals here. Okay. And then should we do a first half card? I know some people like that. I'll go first.
Yeah.
I'll nominate Salute.
You can go next, Vince. I know we've been. I'll take the scraps this time.
At this point, I don't even like. I don't even know. I don't really know if I want to go Salute and Copper first half points. Okay. I'll hedge the young man. I'll go over on his first half points. Yeah.
All right. What you got, Cade?
I'm gonna go John Quill's first half fantasy score.
She has been effective early.
She's a first half player in this series, so
Yeah.
if she's gonna hit the fantasy score for the full game, she's gonna hit the first half for sure. So
Yeah. Eric?
Let's go with no Bonner yet. All right, let's go Bonner PRA.
Oh my God, we got a con stack here. Then I was let's do Candace first.
yeah, just do it. Just do it.
This is like, you don't have to tell it like this whole card, but it's just give an idea of like if you want to throw in, sprinkle in some first half props, potential ones that have high upside. I really do like the JJ first half call. It's something I should have noted earlier in our Connecticut list because that is when she's most effective. She doesn't turn her ankle.
Your last game was BS. She had 0 stocks. So if you want to go under stocks, that would be a decent hedge. She was basically just scoring first half, and she did no scoring second half at all. So
Yeah, she got all her scoring done in the first half.
She got tired. She was shooting threes.
Yeah.
She gets tired regardless, but yeah. At least you'd assume, considering how she plays the second half. I mean, jeez. But she could get big minutes here. Played an entire second quarter, which is just crazy for her.
Yeah, she's had some good spike games while on the road in Chicago. So, like today, I didn't take any of her unders, but I could definitely see her having a good spike game.
They'll need her, I think, because I don't think they're going to be able to get backdoor cuts all game like last time.
Yeah. I forgot to screenshot. So I can share it in our Discord. You guys got anything else? Let's see if anyone in the chat has anything on NFL. What up, Emerson? Cowboy said tough one with a running horse for quarterback. Stafford under completions and Diggs over and pass over. Yeah, I like Stafford under completions. I think he's gonna have really regression this year. Him and Cup, but I'm biased. I'm in the Bay Area here and don't like the Rams. Diggs receptions are solid. Yeah. Lorenzo said Cup going killer, that kid. Yeah. Not a fan of Cup, but yeah, makes sense. I feel you, Lorenzo. Trophy. Wow, gay is free. Coach Defo said, "Look at Cade, so handsome." Yeah, finally got the camera.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Eric Jr. said, "Over Copper Cup fantasy or reception touchdown." Everyone likes Cup. Okay. Let me finish this up and we'll get out of here and we'll post our rankings on Discord and on Twitter. Eric has his Twitter he posts on at You Made It Happen, and then Cade at Cade Bets, and then Tito is at Common Tito, and then Aguida is also part of the crew, but he's busy with stuff lately, but he's gonna start getting in more involved with the NFL. That's his forte. So his is at Aguida Bets. So it's all that's information's in the description below. But yeah, we'll get these rankings out. It shouldn't take too long because we've had these props for a while and we know where we stand. But definitely hedge bet today because there's a lot of favorable lines for a lot of for these players like Candace and Emma and others. So try to, like we said, split up your exposure. And yeah, I think I think we should expect big game for Chicago here, and I just hope that Connecticut keeps up a good fight. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my biggest concern is a huge regression for Connecticut.
Yeah. What before we get here, what was the last thing? It was for WNBA card. Oh, it was AT under. And what was the fifth play? Bonner turnovers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. All right, guys. We will be back. When do the finals start? Sometime next week, right?
Hope so. Let's see.
September 11th.
Why would they put it
Yeah.
on a Sunday?
Yeah.
Let's see there.
Wait, they're really gonna
And
have
9/11 too.
they're gonna have game one on opening NFL Sunday? That's poor planning.
They're just trying to rush it, get it done.
Yeah.
Why not just wait till Monday? I mean, I know you have Monday Night
They don't
Football,
play on
but
Mondays. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Now that series, I think we're gonna have to be worried about Candace a little bit. There's like almost no rest for her.
Depends how much she goes today. But yeah, I agree with you. I think she's only maxed out 34 minutes in a game this year. I think she could get 35 plus here if they need her. I mean, seriously, they've been asking her like, is this it for you? Or they think like kind of like how Tim Duncan kind of retired quietly, that sort of thing. They're kind of bugging her like, is this it for you? And she's not really committed. She's like, oh, I love this game or whatever. It's. I think she's gonna play out there with like everything she's got.
Oh yeah.
well, yeah, I'm excited for it. I just that stinks because I mean, we obviously won't stream on Sunday, but maybe we'll get props tomorrow. I don't know tomorrow night tomorrow. That would be ideal. If we do, then maybe we could stream tomorrow, late afternoon.
We'll see if they're kind to us.
Yeah, if we get it.
Yeah.
I'm
I
down.
don't see why not. If everyone's healthy on both teams, like I don't see why they would take a while. But
I could see them just dropping like the main props like Friday night or Friday evening, and then
okay,
the secondary on Saturday.
yeah.
I can see that.
Well, if they do that, I'm down to stream. Just get content out there that people can have over the weekend to watch and catch up on. So, all right, guys, it's been fun as always. Love this, man. Don't want WNBA to end, but at least we got WNBA waiting in the wings. I'm gonna hop on Discord for about an hour, and I'll catch up with you guys then. And everyone else, yeah, good luck. I hope you guys crush it tonight, man, for sure. Let's finish this series strong and let's get rid of all the witches of Connecticut.
Yes, sir.
Go Chi-Town, man.
Bye, young man.
Yeah, bye-bye. See you guys.
See you guys.
Peace out.
Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. Let's fucking go. We going out blazing.
Let's get hunting.
This is population. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. 24/7 researching, it's all a fantasy. But if I make the right plays, it pays automatically. Bankroll showing that I know it don't strategy. On a winning streak, I'm stacking a dose of the bookies, all get mad at me. Confident with how it plays, not clicking on a flex today. 10 times the money, and we all about to get paid. Eric and Josh on the stream, they be killing it. Never gonna stop it, I like if you feeling it. Picking the players, they all know what time you can't make up your mind, and just go with your gut. Fantasizing Sasha Clown, Gabby Williams said watch your mouth. They 1 and they 2, I play the over, they come through. Jackie Young and Kelsey Plum, pick them both, we stacking them. Going big to the maximum, just push them in, we cashing them. We about to go big.
This is the game.
We going out blazing.
Let's get hunting.
This is population.